Hello, hello, my good people. Welcome to Journey to Jasmine. I'm Jasmine, of course, and you are tuned in for another Soul Sunday. I know I missed last Soul Sunday, but y'all, I am human. I am making it. I am surviving, okay? For December 15th, we're going to get right into it. This Soul Sunday is channeled by a song. It was from Euphoria. I want to say it's by Labyrinth, and I think Zendaya was on the remix, but it's "Hey Lord, you know I'm tired," and that's just the energy that I've been channeling, like just feeling physically, emotionally, like mentally, just tired. Like I gave, and as much as I've given, I know that there is still so much more to do. But right now, I'm just like, I'm ready for hibernation. Like I'm ready to put myself up, and I just saw 111, but I'm ready to like put myself up and just like I need a hard reset. And no matter how much I keep trying to like, okay, push forward and push through, I keep ending up just tired and just overwhelmed. And then it becomes a cycle of like beating yourself up because you're like, oh, I should be doing more, I could be doing more. And honestly, the message that I channeled today, the subject is it's not okay and you're okay. Like it's not okay and you're okay. Like I know that what you're going through, like it's not okay and things could be so much better. However, two things can be true, and I am grateful, I am thankful, I am alive, I'm here, I'm well. The things that are important are covered, my bills are paid, like my life is still my life. I'm safe. I'm of good health. And although I may be like unpacking some things and I may be worried about things that are not just truly important at the grand scheme of things, I'm okay. And I'm recently in therapy, and as a part of my therapy, I remember saying like telling either my husband or my sister, but I just felt like, yo, I feel like I've had 34 years of just taking all my trauma and putting it in categories and boxing it away, compartmentalizing everything that I've been going through. And that's what has kept me going. And, in therapy, I think that a lot of what we have to do first is taking everything out of the drawers, taking everything out of the compartments, taking everything out of the cabinets, taking all the things that I've stored away and putting it in front of me. And now I have to be diligent and intentional about going through my things and get rid of what no longer serves me, what no longer fits, what's not even mine. And that takes some time. Like I think about like when you start a project or a task, like there are plenty of tasks that I want to start around my house that now I'm in the space to know, like, okay, not now, because I've always been in the space to know like I gotta do better, I gotta declutter, I gotta get rid of some things, but also honoring the fact that right now I don't have the mental capacity to do that. Because if I take out one more thing, that's something else for me to dig into and complete or not complete. And because I know some of the tasks that I need to do, they're not tasks that can be completed in they can't be completed in one sitting because it's so large. It gets overwhelming. And so just being honest to say, like, I don't have the capacity for that. Like, I don't have the space for that. These are the things that I have the space for. This is the things that I have to get done. And a lot of times I have to prioritize, like, what's a non-negotiable. Like, I got to get up and I got to go to work. I got to make sure my daughter's good. I got to get her to school, got to get her to dance. Got to do the things that they cover my bare necessities. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the other things, like, maybe putting up my Vlogmas videos, maybe posting my Soul Sunday, maybe doing a self-care, maybe getting my nails done. Although those are things that I want to do and I need to do, if they're not like a top tier priority, sometimes when you are so emotionally drained or physically drained or mentally drained, whatever, like they're just not the priority. And so a lot of what was coming out in this message today was just like, be where your feet are. Like, be okay with where you are currently. Like, you don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to beat yourself into submission to go harder because you physically can't or you mentally can't. And that's okay. Like, there's going to come a time where you're going to shine. You're going to be confident. You're going to be on it. Like, everything is going to be exactly how it needs to be. But I feel like life happens in cycles. And maybe right now that is not the cycle. This is the cycle for me, for resting. Like, I just became aware. I'm just understanding the things. And so sometimes it's hard when I am channeling things like be the change that you want to see that, be the change that you, be the change, see the change, like do the things that you want to see, stop resisting. And a lot of times I interpret that as, oh, well, I got to do more, I got to go harder, instead of, no, I have to acknowledge exactly where I am. Like, I have to acknowledge my capacity. It would make no sense for me to realize that I only have 12 ounces worth of something and I'm consistently trying to pour it into a gallon and thinking I'm going to get a full gallon. It's not possible. I don't have the capacity to fill a gallon, so therefore I'm not going to get a gallon worth of product. And so the things that I've been seeing, I wrote down, there's wisdom in releasing the masculine, and a lot of times I overwork my masculine. I let my masculine is a giver, it's a doer, it has a hard time resting, it has a hard time receiving help, because that would require me to be more my feminine and to trust that things are just going to work out, and they always do. Things always work out for me exactly the way they need to. But I have not always fought the feeling of kicking and screaming, that urge of, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, please. Ooh. And it's like I have to power up and make myself like, I'm gonna get it done, like it's gonna work out, instead of just chilling and knowing that all is truly well. At the bare minimum, I have everything I need, and you have everything you need. And I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm just gonna kind of go through some of the channel things that I had to write down. And even that, I had to come back to writing down, like not come back like I haven't done it, but just trying different approaches. Like maybe today that I got this, like knowing what I can offer, knowing what I can give today. Okay. And so seeking constant validation from strangers or people who don't know you, people who don't know the things that you've been through. Like sometimes, like I think that's why lately I've been really in a good place with taking therapy, because I'm not seeking my therapist's validation to say, oh, girl, you got some things to work on. She's giving me a space to open up and say the things. And as I'm hearing myself say the things, I can also analyze and say, oh my gosh, you were not okay. Like you have something. Like I can validate myself. I can validate my own needs. And I think in me holding space for myself and all the things, it gives me the freedom to just be like, I'm okay. Like I'm going to be okay. I have survived all of the things that were sent here to destroy me, and I'm still going. Am I where I want to be? Not necessarily. Am I where I wanted to be years ago? Absolutely. Like I am living a dream, a prayer, a wish that I prayed and wished for years ago. So I'm right exactly where I need to be for what I told myself I wanted to do. But now I'm in a place of transformation where, okay, I'm starting to realize I want more, but realizing that you want more, it takes a little bit more than just realizing it. Now I have to develop the habits. Now I have to work up. It's going to require a different type of bravery, a different type of courage to do the things that I'm wanting to see. And also remembering, because I've never seen this before, I have to create it. I have to decide, what does this look like for me? How do I show up, and not in a way that I believe that others will approve of, but how do I show up that's authentic to exactly what I say that I want? And this has been a season of just taking inventory of what are the things that I truly say I want, because my life, regardless whether I like it or not, hate it, whatever, my life shows me that I get what I wanted. Everything that I wanted, whether or not it was something negative that I wanted, like, oh, I don't want that to happen, but I'm thinking about it and I'm putting so much energy into it. I received everything that I put my energy into. I received everything that I put my energy into. And now that I've taken inventory, I'm really thinking, okay, how much of this did I really want, and how much of this did I just keep because I was like, well, I don't want this, so I'm just gonna hold on to this. You know what I'm saying? So if you are like me and you're just feeling very tired, you're feeling overwhelmed, it's becoming a time when you got to go harder. Give yourself a break. Like hold space for yourself. Have grace for yourself. Don't just criticize yourself or guilt yourself or shame yourself into doing more. Be at peace with what you've done. Stop and really look around. Stop and really take inventory of all the things that you're truly receiving right now. All the things that you've truly done right now. Really, really look at it. take the lens of criticism off. If you're constantly telling yourself, you're berating yourself, or you could have did this better, or you should have did this better, you're not helping yourself. You're just hurting yourself because you are another person who's being mean to you. And if you are all you have at the core, then why would you spend so much of your time beating yourself up when you can just be loving on yourself? Okay, like, stop trying to escape from what it is that you don't feel is good enough, and just embrace it. Embrace it. These are the things that have kept you going. Like, you don't look half as bad as what you've truly been through. And that's why sometimes you struggle with wanting to seem vulnerable, because you want people to know, like, yo, you've lived a rough life, you've went through some things, and you want people to have that grace and that space for you. But you won't even hold it for yourself because you're also so afraid to be seen as vulnerable, to be seen as someone who needs help. And that's okay. That's okay. Who cares if you think they're going to ridicule you or believe whatever? It's not real. None of what people outside of yourself believe about you is real, because they don't know you. It's their opinion. It's their opinion based on their own lens, their own perspective. Okay. And it matters not. It doesn't pay your bills. It does nothing for you. Okay. So truly just embrace where you are, accept yourself where you are, pat yourself on the back for where you are, hug yourself for where you are. You're doing well. You're okay. You're here. If you have time to listen to this video, the fact that I'm giving myself time to record this video, I'm well. Like, I'm really well. And it makes me think, like, yes, some of the things back to my title, yes, some of the things that I may have been through, it's not okay. It's not okay. By no stretch of the imagination have some of the things that I've experienced in my life ever been okay. Some of the things that I'm just now uncovering, it's not okay. And at the end of the day, I'm still okay. I'm still okay. I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I'm still bouncing back. I'm still ebbing and flowing with life. I'm still here, giving it another chance, and I am loving myself and holding myself and comforting myself through the toughest times. And right now, it may not be a tough time, but I know it's a time where I need to be easy with myself. I need to be gentle with myself. If somebody told me my story, I would be so gentle with them. I would tell them to take it easy. I would tell them, girl, like, rest. Don't put too much. So if I would tell that to somebody, why wouldn't I tell that to myself? Okay, so now is the time of giving yourself all the advice that you give to others. Now is the time for pouring the love that you pour into others to pour it back into yourself. To be confident in the love that you have. Like, people are drawn to you because you always make them feel good about themselves. You give them good words of encouragement. You are a shoulder to lean on. Be confident in your ability to be there for yourself in the same way that you would be there with others. And by doing that, that's going to help you connect to the right people in the right situations, because when you have the confidence to really be all in on yourself, you're not so busy shifting and adjusting to fit in or conform with the people in your surroundings. The people in your surroundings, they may not be it for you right now, and that's okay. And they may not see you for all that you truly are, and that's okay, because if they're not blocking up the space and they're not blocking up the view because they're too busy tricked because you're trying to conform, it makes room for the people who are truly meant to see you, the people who are truly on your level. Like, case in point, I've been doing the Vlogmas, but I kind of got in my own head about Vlogmas because I do not feel, myself does not feel like I'm in the place where I should be showcasing and broadcasting my space, because my space does not have the aesthetic that I believe I should have. Not for the fact that I'm in my own space, I have my own camera, my bills are paid, I'm in a house. Like, my house is overloaded with things because I'm abundant, not thinking of that. I'm just thinking of, oh, people are going to judge me because it's junky. People are not going to be able to understand that I work a full-time job and I'm a full-time mom and I'm a full-time wife. They're not going to understand that they don't understand that I'm human. When at the end of the day, the people who see me and the people who are aligned with me, they understand what it's like to be a mom, to be a wife, to be trying to figure it out, to try to heal, trying to grow, to try to do all the things at one time. Like, the hardest thing that I'm even learning or seeing right now is it is so hard to heal and grow and pour into yourself and do all the things that you yourself need, while also trying to be that for another human, my daughter or your son, your child, whatever. Be there for your husband, be there for your coworkers, to be there for people when when you barely have enough to give to yourself. Right. And so I've been putting out some resistance with recording my vlogmas, because I have the content's in my phone, or it's in my sister's phone, or it's wherever. But then I get in my own way about putting it out there, because I feel like, well, maybe I should be somewhere else, maybe I should be farther along. Says who? Says why? Like, is this the end of my life? Is this all the time I'm gonna have? Like, why am I so hard on myself when I'm just doing it? I'm putting myself out there. I'm being who I am. I'm showing up as I am. But in my resistance, I'm telling myself that who I am is not enough. And that's insane, because if who I am is not enough, then what's ever going to be enough when all I have and the sum of who I am right now, how could that not be enough? It makes no sense. It's like I have to learn to quiet the inner critic. And right now, the inner critic has been so loud. I'm learning how to tune it out and keep going, but it's a process. It takes time, and that's okay. Where I am right now, it's absolutely okay. And so you know, it's full moon in Gemini. Excuse me. So full moon in Gemini, and one of the things that came out with that is embrace the flow of life. Like, it's not always going to be summer. You're not going to always be perpetually in motion. Sometimes you got to stop and take inventory. Sometimes you got to stop and look around. Sometimes you got to stop and see, okay, I've been, like, if you keep your head down for so long, you keep tunneling, you may have bypassed where you told yourself you were going to go, because you were not clear, you were not intentional about what it is that you want to do. So right now, I'm encouraging you to slow down, take inventory, really pat yourself on the back and say, man, I've made it so far. Outline how far you made it and compare it to where you wanted to go. Have you made it there? How much further do you have to go? Did you celebrate a milestone? Did you congratulate yourself for getting there? What have you done to pump up or be there for the most important person in your life, which has to be self? If self is not the most important person in your life right now, you're going to struggle, because self needs you. You need you. You need to be the change that you keep wanting to see. You need to be the savior, be the rescuer, be the person that you are looking for. It all starts with you. And so, again, I know it's tough. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. I know that it is requiring a lot. But you wouldn't be wanting the things that you want. You wouldn't be trying to go after it if it wasn't for you. It is all going to work out. You just have to give yourself some space, some grace, roll with the seasons. If you don't do it today, you don't do it today. What's going to happen if you didn't do it today? Like, everything is still going to be fine. You're still going to make it. All roads still lead home. It may take a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. And the longer way may be divine for you to find somebody else along the way and help somebody else find their way back home. You never know what's going to happen, but I do know that it's all working out for your highest, your greatest good. So that's it. I've been kind of yapping. I've been all over the place. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Bet on you. Be open to learning something new. Be open to teaching someone new. Be open. Be open to the flow of life. Again, if you think it's got to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've been betting on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8 shows up, it may be exactly what you need, but because you wanted it in a certain way, you may miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss who you are. Don't miss what's right in front of your face, because you're so busy worrying about what is not in your face. You're so busy worrying about who didn't show up, who's not there, what you don't have, how you don't look, what didn't happen. Forget it. Focus on what's happening right now. Be where your feet are. Be where your body is. We have came out of a season where we've lived in our upper chakras, our crown chakra, our third eye. We've lived up here for so long, and now it's time for us to root back in to who we truly are and love on ourselves in this season. Love, love, love on yourself in this season. Give yourself everything that you're looking for someone else to give you. I've been talking for a while. I'm excited to be back. I want to keep going. I'm going to keep going. It may not be every Sunday, but trust and believe that I'm going to give what I have, because I'm not just doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. I'm showing it for you. This is Journey to Jasmine. I'm Jasmine, and I'm the one on this journey. So I thank y'all for rocking with me. I hope you, I don't hope, I know you receive what was meant for you in this moment. I love you. I'm sending you so much love, light, peace, joy, but most of all, clarity and rest. May you have everything that you need. And again, it's not okay, and you're okay. I love y'all. Y'all be great.